Hey everyone, my name is Fernando Bejarano and today I'm going to teach you about absolute value. Before we start, remember you can pause the video every time you want. So first, what is an absolute value? An absolute value is the distance the number is from 0. For example, negative 2, it's 1 and 2, so it's 2. Positive 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, so it's 4. Negative 125, 125. And the absolute value of 0 is 0. So the absolute value cannot produce a negative result. It will always produce a positive result, or if you have 0, it will be 0. And now let's do it in a graph. So this just tells us that whatever value we input, the output value is going to be the distance from 0. So the absolute value of negative 2 is 2. For 1 it's 1, 0 it's 0. For 1 it's 1 and for 2 it's 2. Now let's graph it. I always like to start with 0, so let's start with 0 and 1 with 1, 2 with 2, negative 1 and 1, and negative 2 and 2. And as you see, it makes a V shape. This V shape is very characteristic of this parent function. So now let's do some problems for absolute value. Now what about the absolute value of x plus 2? But notice it's outside. So if you plug 0 for x, we are done for this part. Now let's start with the plus 2 with x to the y. So x equals 0, y equals 2. And for the rest of the numbers, 1 plus 2 equals 3, and 2 plus 2 equals 4. And now let's graph it. So x equals 0 and y equals 2. So you go 2 points up. X equals 1, y equals 3. So 1, 1, 2, and 3. X equals 2, y equals 4. So 2, 4. And you'll get the same V shape like the other problem. So when the number is outside of the x, it means that you only have to move this depending on which is positive or negative. In this case it's positive, so you move 2 up. If it's negative 2, is the same thing, just go 2 down, 1, 2, and start graphing. So now let's move the number inside and let's start working on the table. But now I want you to think this through. If I want y to be 0, what number can I plug in x so when I add 2 results 0? Yeah, that's right, negative 2. If I want y to result in 1, what number should I plug in here? So yeah, that's right, negative 1. And what ends up happening is that it moves to the left. So x equals minus 2, y equals 0, starts here. X equals minus 1, y equals 1, it goes here. Now, this may sound strange because you may think that plus 2 means that you move it to the right. But there's an opposite effect here. So if you see a plus 2 inside, you move it to the left. If you see a negative 2 inside, you move it to the right, and we're done. And for our last problem, let's combine both of them. Let's add a number inside and a number outside. And this already should be easy to you. So if it's outside and it's negative, it goes, this means it goes 3 down. So 1, 2, and 3. Positive 2 inside, it goes to the left. So 1 and 2. And like always, it goes this way and this way, like the V shape. And we're done. This one is easy. So great job. Now you know how to solve absolute value. So great job and thanks for watching.